And hello and welcome back to another Reality Check unboxing video. Today we're jumping into a super special thing, a little tiny Yi 4K action camera. And as you can see on their webpage right here, this is supposedly the best action camera ever, period. Yeah, it's a pretty bold statement right there. If you actually can take a look, this thing is very similar to a GoPro or the GoPro 4. It's actually got the 4K recording and the specs very similar to the $400 version of the GoPro. The thing is, it actually has the screen on the back like their silver edition does, but the difference is this one is a lot cheaper, actually about half the price of the GoPro. So that is the reason I have picked this up, and I think it's going to be a great addition to use not only for drone footage, for doing things with boomerangs outside, for action cameraing it up, for all kinds of different traveling things, as well as for even virtual reality things when I'm doing stuff here at home, and for development. So I plan on using this little camera for all kinds of things. I've never actually owned a GoPro myself, although I've borrowed ones from friends many different times, so I know what to expect from one of those. Anyway, I've watched a lot of reviews on this camera, and what I've noticed is that a lot of people that have picked these things up and have tried them out have been extremely surprised. Actually, look at it right there, boom. Yeah, they've been very, very happy with this thing. Not only does the battery life go beyond 50% better than that sometimes of a GoPro, apparently the stabilization does really well with it, as well as the low light actually gives more true to life colors than the GoPros do at this moment. So it's just an all-around good camera. So I want to unbox it and hopefully actually get to try it out a little bit. If possible, I'm going to throw it on the drone and we'll get some footage of that eventually as well. Okay, looking back at the webpage here, let's just take a look at what it's got inside of there. Your world in 4K, professional quality made for you. Built with the new generation of Ambarella A9 SE75 chip, Sony IMX377 image sensor, and 7 layers of glass lenses. Records 4K at 30 frames per second to 60 megabytes per second, 4 times the quality of 1080p. Yi 4K action camera reaches new heights. Is that true? Well, from what I've seen in other reviews, people say it actually does live up to what it says it does. The back camera, it says it's vivid and strong, and apparently it is vivid and strong, and the battery still lasts even though it's got all that stuff. So I'm really excited to open this thing up and take a look at it, test it outside, and just see what it can do. It's got a touch screen on the back. It's got a huge battery, so you got that big battery. It gives you 2 hours apparently with one charge shooting in 4K. That'd be just phenomenal if that's true. Of course, you do have high-speed Wi-Fi with it as well, so you can connect it to your phone application as well as to different routers if you're doing different things, production wise. So you have the specs right there, just kind of right back and forth with each other. They show you the specs with the GoPro. They're very similar, except it does beat the GoPro in some places. At the same time, of course, the GoPro has some features that this thing does not have. There's no doubt about that. But for the price, I do believe, I haven't used it yet, but from what I've seen and from what I've researched, for the price, this seems to be the best action camera for the price at this moment in time. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and we're gonna take a look at this thing. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right, we've got the black cam in there. I wasn't even sure what color it was gonna be. Like there's a little cable right in there. So we'll go ahead and take the cable out. That's gonna be our recharge cable. I don't think there's anything else left in this box. This box is completely empty. Okay. Alright, so you've got the battery on the back that comes out right there, and this little tiny battery is actually going to be a lot more powerful than the GoPro batteries for you, at least from what people have been reporting. So let's put that down. We have the instructions here. Here is the action cam right there. And the first thing I got to say that I'm most impressed about is it's actually a lot smaller than I kind of even intended it to be, or even thought it was going to be. And it's exactly the size of a GoPro, basically. I mean, wow, it's so tiny. But as you can see, you've got this huge touchscreen on the back right there, a nice spot to mount it, place for the battery to go in right here. Yep. And right after that, we've just got basically the feature up on top that tells it turn on or off, or to start recording. I also believe that's probably the on or off button. And of course, over here on the side, if we open this guy up, we do have a port to charge it with. There you go. So you can charge it right there with that guy. Okay, nothing more to do now other than just put the battery in, and we'll go ahead and turn it on. So I'm going to take the battery right now, and we'll go ahead and just put it right in there. Nice and snug, nice and snug. Putting it right on in, and we'll go ahead and hold down that top button. Boom, super fast turn on. I remember hearing other people talk about that as well. It has a very quick boot up time. Alright, it tells you to select a camera mode. I'm going to go ahead and touch that down there, and it says click here for settings. Press here for album. Slide down for the quick access menu. Left or right for capture mode, and press to select shoot. Looks like you can download the Yi Camera Action app from Google Play or the App Store, so that's a simple, easy feature to use right there. Alright, right now you can see it says no card, and it's set to 4K 30 frames per second. We're going to go ahead and just take a look at it really quickly. Okay, looking at the back of it, I'm going to hit the settings button. You can see the resolution gives you different settings right there. We have 4K Ultra. Whoa, what's 4K Ultra? 2.5K. So the bottom resolution, the lowest you can go is 480. You got 720 Ultra, 720. So you can do 720, 240 frames per second. We could do super slow-mo at 720. That's awesome. I can't wait to do some super slow-mo shots at 720. Super slow-mo there. And then we have 30 frames per second on all those, 2.5K 30, 4K Ultra at 30. Alright, we can do metering mode, center spot and average, and that's of course going to be where it's going to be checking its light and just metering the whole image. Wi-Fi, we can connect to Wi-Fi, SD card, that can all be done there. Alright, let's go ahead and throw an SD card in here and see what the footage looks like. Yeah. Okay, now considering I don't actually have a GoPro to compare the 4K resolution of this camera to, I do have the Note 5 right here. So I'm going to be using the 4K sensor on the back of this little camera, which is that, little tiny camera right there. And we're going to be using that to compare this 4K sensor, and that should give us at least some ability to see how well it does. When you get one of these things, not only can you get the camera for a good price, but you can get the accessories on top of that for also a good price, because it isn't, your GoPro standard. Not that I have anything against that. I love GoPro stuff. It's great quality stuff. It's just that, the ability to get all this stuff for a moderate price when it's still going to work, it's still going to help me create content for my channel, and I don't have to pay, like I said, I pay about half as much as what other people are paying, and I can still create a lot of content, and that's great. For me, it's all about creating content and getting stuff done, because you can have a lot of ideas, you just might not ever make them happen, whereas for me, I just need to get stuff done quickly, and that's where the price comes in. It's a great fit. So anyway, I got one of these 128 gigabyte little tiny SD cards. Can't really see right there. Woohoo! 128 Samsung SD cards, and this thing was, I think, on sale for $35. So we got one of those little $35 128 cards, as well as I got one of these little additional batteries right here for the camera, because if you want to run around and use the camera all the time, you're going to run out of battery eventually. It says it gives you 2 hours, 2 full hours with 4K recording with that thing, which is actually phenomenal. But I also have 2 extra batteries that are right here sent to me. Not only did I get 2 extra batteries sent to me, but this little thing right here actually allows me to, some people said we didn't have them, but this allows me to actually charge 3 batteries at a time. So the battery that it came with and the 2 batteries right there, all 3 can be charged at exactly the same time with this little add-on right here. And I believe this thing cost me maybe $15 right here. So yeah, that one right there was just a really, really nice cheap add-on right there. Because this right here, this accessory add-on pack I got for 20 bucks. Yep. And then, not only did I do that, but we got a case for it for $15. Because, hey, if you're going to get a cool camera and you want to take it and use it, you got to make sure you have the gear and the accessories to make it worthwhile. So, very quickly, we're going to go ahead and open up this case, because it's nothing super special. It's a Yi travel case. Zip, zip. It's a nice hard case. And here's my favorite part about it. It has the molds inside, so you can actually use that material the way that you want to use it. And what's great is that, especially when you have all these accessories, you can fit your accessories in there based on what you plan on taking with you. And of course you have this other little spot where you've got the nice little zip area to keep everything all comfortable. So this will certainly come in handy, as I want to use this, in a lot of different locations and places. So let's go ahead and open up the accessory packs to see what you're going to be getting if you get one of these. This right here is going to be a handle that allows you to simply take the waterproof casing and put it on a float handle. That way if you're in the water, the camera will not sink to the bottom. It just floats on top of the water with this handle. So that's what that's for. Go ahead and show you the handle. Yeah, handle's going down. Looks like it comes with a bunch of little pieces right there to put mounting brackets on it, and that allows you to put it in all kinds of places. Oh, of course we've got a little pad to clean the back screen. Mounting bracket, a bunch more mounting brackets. The waterproof casing, this thing right here is a must-have. Yep, as you can see, the must-have waterproof casing. You're gonna wanna get one of these things on as soon as possible, especially if you're going to be hanging out in the ocean, like I plan to do with it. Comes with a head strap, so you can actually put it on your head. I could put the Yi 2 on my head, like this, and I could be the coolest kid in school. And what I do is I'll tell my wife, I'll say, hey, let's go hang out in the park. I'm gonna record our day. And she'll say, man, that sounds like a great idea, Caleb. I'm so glad you're my husband. And I'll say, that's right, dear. I do actually plan on wearing this when I'm doing some of that drone flying. So if you see the drone videos in the future, not only do I want to put a 4K camera on the drone itself, but I want to use one of these guys to record me flying it around, and it's just going to be way cooler that way. Getting the first person view perspective, you need to have one of these, and this one actually feels very solid. I'm surprised. It feels much better than I thought it was going to be. It's like reinforced, stretchy. Just in case you want to actually record some of your dash, you can take it on with you to the road to record some dash cam stuff. So what's better to use? Is it better to use the body rig, or is it better to use the head? I guess the head cam goes where you look. I don't know, the body cam seems like it would be more still, right? The body cam would just, whoops. So yeah, I mean, this seems like it would just keep the camera really still, right? Seems like it. All right, so the memory card just goes right underneath the battery there, and then you'll just close that on. All right, we're recording in 4K, and you guys can actually see what I can see. Wow, what a dirty little desk right there, huh? So this is going to be a quick 4K test of the area. Yes, let me pick that up. So here's all the accessories on the table there. You know, let's put that back down. There is the desk area. Yep. Boom. We're gonna do this nice little 4K test so you can see how everything works. Excellent. 4K every day. You know what? Hey brother.
Hello.
Hey brother. I'm finishing up a recording right now, but are you at home right now? Oh, look at you. Look at you, buddy. I see you. Yeah, nice. You're on a 4K little miniature camera right now. We're trying to test it out and see how it works, and the quality is pretty amazing. But
Get it right.
that bro.
Yeah.
I love that guy. That guy's freaking awesome. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna end the review in a sense that. Well, no. Okay, the last thing I want to do right now is just give you a quick comparison side by side with the other 4K camera, and that's all we're going to do. We're going to be showing off this camera on the drone, we're going to be showing off this camera outside, but not in this video. Okay, we just recorded the first little video right there. Personally, I'm pretty surprised. This thing is very responsive, the touchscreen is very easy to use. Everything on it is honestly very easy to use. It's not difficult at all. Okay, I've got both of these cameras relatively side by side. I'm going to turn them both on, and the first thing I think you'll notice is obviously we've got a much larger field of view with the Yi action camera than we do with the Note 5 camera. So I'm trying to turn the screen on back here. It automatically turns off after 60 seconds. So, and here, as you can see right there, so it turns off, and I swiped it, so it will come back on right there. So I'll go ahead and start recording on the little camera. Start recording on the big camera. All right, there we go. We should have these guys somewhat side by side, and I'm just going to do a quick little showing with you with how these guys look. Hey, look at that. This is the side by side preview. And here is the audio from the Samsung phone, and here's the audio from the little Yi 2. Audio from the Yi 2. And here is a quick low light comparison. And this right here is the Yi 2. And this right here is the Samsung Note 5. And side by side you can see the differences. Good boy, good boy, oh good boy! Okay, and turning these off now. Alright, and so this is going to end my review. I'm going to go ahead and turn this little guy off right now. I think this is a great little camera. I'm excited to use it. It's much cheaper than the GoPros, and if I'm going to be doing a 360 rig, if I want to save money, I would not think this would be a bad option. Considering the battery life, it might be a go-to. So take a look at it for yourself. I really am giving you an honest opinion here. I think this is a great bargain for its money. Like I said, I personally can't compare it to the GoPro because I don't have one, but from what I've seen other people that have owned both, they are very happy with this guy right here. So I'm going to go ahead and test it out some more with some other features with my phone and so on. You guys can be sure to look forward to those videos here to come. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later. Bye.